Welcome back to another Let's Play of Kerbal Space Program with me, Epioc. We're continuing here with the Kerpollo Program, the tanker. I actually had to make some changes real quick from the last design that I showed you at the end of the last episode because it failed miserably. So miserable, in fact, that, well, it actually didn't fail that miserably. It docked, and I was like, woo, we docked. And then I'm like, sweet, let's transfer this fuel. I'm like, click. Well, there's only a gallon of fuel left. So I was like, well, what the hell's the point of a tanker if there's no fuel to tank? So I was like, all right, we gotta change this. So I have to apologize to the, the nuclear engines because I threw them on here. I've actually already flown this once on a test and docked and unloaded some fuel because I was gonna have to do it a few times before the next mission anyways. So I figured, well, no, we're gonna test it first, then we'll do the video. So we're gonna do a second video. Hopefully it'll be just as successful because it's an absolute success. And real quick before we start, I'm gonna show you really quick what we did. First things first, from top down. I had to make a change with this because I didn't even realize it existed. That there's a shielded docking port. Didn't know it was there. So I replaced the old docking port with the shielded. And apparently it's more aerodynamic. It looks it, but God only knows if it really is. Or whoever you might believe in or whatever. And then, of course, the major change is I switched over to nuclear engines. I originally had the LVT-45 liquids. I wasn't having enough fuel. I just burned through all of it. Part of this also, it was actually more or less forcing myself to basically fly so I didn't use all my fuel. Is I took away the fuel ducts that were connecting the engines to this main fuel tank, so I couldn't use this fuel for these engines. So that's there. And then the only other real major change is I switched over. I originally had the Rockomax X200 for the top in this middle rocket. I switched out and put a jumbo on. There's about 4 reasons for that. The biggest reason is this middle engine was cutting out because it was running out of fuel before these outer liquid engines. So I was like, you know what, I want them to cut out at the same time, and hell, why not? So beyond that, no other changes. I named it Tanker Army. We're just gonna stick with that crappy name, and yeah. So let's get this thing rolling. Land rolling. Launch. Launch. Yes. Garbage, and it sucks because there's some other music. Technically, I could without repercussions per se. Well, there's repercussions, but bad ones where I couldn't do it. But it's just a matter of having asked, basically file a dispute, and it was just a pain in the ass. I'm like, you know what? For now, I'm just not gonna put music. So expect some narration from me in those speed up sessions. So, anyways, without further ado, let's before we launch, go to the orbital map. I want to make sure. Oh, it's perfect, perfect. I want to make sure it's just a little bit ahead of me. Let's go back to staging. Tee it up, which means SAS for all you people who haven't been watching. And we'll just kick it up to 66%. Oops, just a little bit less than that. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. Yep, launch. Looking good. Shouldn't have any problem launching. Alright, so I'm gonna speed things up right about now. And I have to apologize. Actually, after looking at this and doing this narration, I realized something. There was some skipping out there where I'm talking about royalties on music and putting my videos that sucked. So, I'm sorry. Maybe it's Bandicam, maybe it's the movie editor. I don't know. I'll find out soon. So, here comes some fail sauce with the disconnect. Yep. I definitely have a bad case if I can't control this. Yeah. Alright, so we got ourselves. Oh, wait, I don't got control. What the hell am I talking about? Alright, come on. Come on. There we go. I'm losing speed. I'm wasting time. Come on. There we go. Now tee it up. And go to orbit map. And we're going to get ourselves into orbit. So let's kick in that. Resources. And let's speed things up. Turn on these nukes. Alright. Okay. Now, I was gonna do a maneuver node, but I just didn't have enough time, and you know what, whatever, we don't really need one. We are gonna need to drop ourselves a little bit lower. Let's get it to... That works right there. Alright, I can turn off the RCS, now the engines are running. And this is gonna be a long, arduous process, because that's what we do. We make things into long, arduous processes. So, once again, I'm going to speed things back up. Oh my god, I almost forgot one of the most important things about this. And I keep on doing this, and I'm going to screw myself again. This is actually one of the reasons why one of my flights failed. I forgot to do this. I never have electricity. And, well, good luck trying to fly a ship without electricity. So, there we go. Get our electricity back. Alright, so let's speed this thing up. Open map first. And speed things up. Okay. Speed things up indeed. God dang it. I wish I could put some music on here instead. Oh well. I'll eventually figure it out someday. Or I'll start making my own music when I ever discover the music, you know, the soul within me that I don't know exists yet. So, anyways, let's get this orbit good. Alright, so we got ourselves in a nice, decent orbit. I could actually technically tighten it up just a little bit. And of course I would, wait a minute, what the hell's going on here? Oh, it's not dropping, it's just flickering. Alright, I could probably tighten up and I'll catch up. Maybe for future reference, for fueling, I'm going to launch when it's a little bit behind. And then it'll work out better. I didn't even think about that, but that's because I'm not good at math, and I'm not gonna lie, I suck at math. So, anyways, so we're gonna catch up with this piece of shit, and it's not a piece of shit, it's something big, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So speed up time again. Oh, the excitement of speed up time. And watching me go in circles. You know, I thought I only did 2 orbits here when I was originally doing this. And now it's like I'm watching this and I'm like, oh, I did like 5 or 6 orbits. But it's all good. Shit happens. Look at this. I did an amazing plane adjustment here. Mainly because it took me about a day to figure it out. But that was also because I was under assumption one of the little things that you pull when you make a maneuver node. The bluish one was the plane adjustment, and I was like, why isn't this working? And it was because it wasn't what it was. So, me and my confusion and lack of, looking up resources explain what the hell is really going on. So yeah, get this maneuver node done, and yep, this is where I get with about 2.3 kilometers, something close to it. Yeah, it was 2.3 kilometers. So we're gonna get that. All right. Yeah, I think I don't like controlling the ship. It is such a pain in the ass. Literally, it took me forever just to get near the station. It was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, let's slow down just a tad before. All right, staging mode. And now we go for hope for the best mode, which means I'm probably gonna end up speeding up, and you guys can watch me fail miserably a whole bunch. So, to that indeed. Oh, now we get to watch me fail multiple times over and over at maneuvering this thing. Yeah, the weight on this ship is just makes it so ridiculous. It's sad. Every little minor adjustment just throws you all over the place. Yep, yep. Come on, go me. See, I'm so confused here. I'm like, where am I supposed to go? I definitely need to start learning how to use the ball. That's for sure. It makes a difference if you can do everything just based on what you see on the ball. So, at least in my opinion, it's all good though, 'cause I think I get there pretty nice here. Yeah, this works out pretty good here. It just sucks because I finally catch up to it, and as I catch up to it, we start to go into the dark side, which really kind of like jerks my string. Here it is. Alright, so I got myself into a somewhat decent position here. It's definitely not perfect, but you know what? I've got it here. Um, I was gonna be like, oh, you know what? We're just, you know what we're gonna do? We're going to, we're gonna not speed it up through this whole docking session. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna speed up through this docking session. You wanna know why? Because, well, we're almost in the dark side. I don't want to do a docking in the dark side again. And secondly, it's gonna take a while. This is gonna be much harder than the last one. You'll see. It's just such a hard ship to maneuver. Like you just a little bit too much there, a little too much this, and you're screwed. So I'm gonna speed it up again, and yeah. Yes, trying to dock in the dock. You know though, I will say this. At some point in time, we are going to a dark docking, but when the station actually has lights. Because I did it before and it was really cool because there's lights on it. But in the dark, it just you guys be like, ooh, look at the blobs with, coming at each other. FYI, what I'm doing here too is just trying to keep within a decent range of the actual station itself. Um, until, of course, we get to the light side of things, which is going to be here in a second. Alright, we're back to the sunny side of things here. Um, as you see, it was a pain in the ass just to keep in range. It's just, well, it's just a pain in the ass. So, back to speed up mode once again so we can, dock this damn ship. Oh. So, I'm going to keep my frustration at a minimum. Lies. Alright. Alright, so here we go. Massive failure on getting myself aligned. Though here in a minute I jump in the station, like normal to get it aimed up, but it really doesn't matter. And to be honest, doing this where I have to keep on doing that, I really need to just relaunch a new station that I can actually use the top docking port, because the side dock porting is such a bitch. As you'll see, I'll readjust like 8 times. I almost crashed in it actually at one point. Oh god, that would have been a disaster. An amusing one, but a disaster. All that work for nothing. Though I would have needed to burn up the frickin' station anyways, but yeah. Oh well, things happen. See, look at this. Just look at this failure. All sorts of dumb adjustments. I need to figure out a better way of doing this because just, yeah, it doesn't work out. But it's okay. I think I get myself in a really stupid, yup, here it is. This is the moron alignment. Like, oh, just do it from a really crazy 45-degree angle on the docking ports. Here it is. Yeah. Yes! Yes! Ah, ha, 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 ha. Okay, enough of that laughter. That was actually pretty horrible docking, but you know what? We managed to do. Oh god. Oh god. Come on. Don't, turn off everything. Come on. Stop flip-flopping around. It was a horrible alignment, and it's still pretty horrible, considering I haven't even fully docked yet. Oh, I was gonna say, please don't turn into some crazy wobble. Yes! Yes! Okay. Well, mission, not, well, not mission complete, but hey, it's good stuff. It's good stuff indeed. So, let's see what we are on fuel. We didn't even use it all. Alright, so let's do this. Let's do a quick transfer. We're going to get this done and out of the way. Alright, so it's left, right click, right click. No, no, no. Alt, left click. No. Alt, left click, left click. No. Wait, maybe it's, maybe it's not working. Nope, worked on that one. Oh, because that's not a fuel tank. Oh my god, I'm losing my marbles. Losing my marbles. Okay. See, I already filled up this thing. Actually, I was almost like, you know what? Screw. Screw taking a ship to the moon. Let's just take this station there. But I'm like, nah. We'll leave it here for now. Anyways, enough blah blah. Let's oops. Let's alt, right click, in. Alright, that wouldn't be full. Full enough. Alright, and this one. And Alt, right click. Right click. Okay. Oops, not. Alright, in there, in there. We're going to take a little bit of fuel on each one of these. And then we're going to burn this bad boy up in the atmosphere, hopefully over the ocean. That's right, hopefully over the ocean. That seems to be the case with everything these days. Everything's hopefully. Alright, so that fuel tank's empty. How much we got left in there? Let's go to, oops. Let's go left click. Just a little bit. Stop. And stop. Stop. Okay. If we're gonna have engines go out, we might as well have them on either side. Like, I did this before one other time where I was in orbit and I transferred fuel and it didn't work out really well because I transferred all the fuel from one engine accidentally. So 3 engines were running and I found myself doing spinning in circles and it sucked. Needless to say, so we're gonna do it from this side first. So let's do that. Oops, god dang it. Alright, we need to get, there we go. That, and in, stop, in, stop. And you know what, we'll just take a little bit out of these ones. So, let's finish it up. Let's go in, stop, and stop. And last but not least, you. That's right, you. Your turn. Alright, let's go in, fill it off, or top it off. Alright, so look at that. 3 full tanks. 3 full tanks. You know what? I really wish I would have put nuclear engines on this. Not that I think I would have gotten it to orbit. Maybe. No. No, I wouldn't have gotten into orbit with these nuke tanks, or these nuke engines. Oh well, it's all good. So they're all filled up. They're supplied. Time to dislodge myself from here. So let's control from. Come on. Oops. Dang it. Put it inside. There it is. Okay. Control from here. I don't know what order you do this. I'm assuming you gotta do that like that. Alright, so let's undock. And it's N R H. Get ourselves away. Sweet! Ha ha ha! Mission 4? Or are we on 5? Holy crap, I'm completely lost in what mission we're on right now. First things first, before we think about that, let's get ourselves away from here. I don't want to kick up, whoa, no, woo. Alright. Let's get a higher plane than this. And that will do right there. Alright. Alright, so we got ourselves up a little bit. Alright, good enough. Alright, now we need to set ourselves up, orbital map, and we're going to set ourselves up to bring ourselves in the atmosphere. I would like to do it over the ocean. Let's do it over there. So we're almost to a point where we can add a maneuver node. Let's reduce the speed a whole shitload. That will bring me to 23,000. Let's bring it so it hits at 50, 45, 56. Yep, looks good to me. So, I don't remember exactly where the atmosphere begins and ends, but we'll figure it out. And anyways, I'm not going to be putting a capsule in. I'm just burning up over in the atmosphere, and that's what we're doing. So, let's get ourselves aligned to that nude. Turn off SAS. Swing our ass this way. And we're going to end our orbital map here. We don't really need to see it anyway, so orbital map, staging. I actually don't like doing these burns this close, but it's okay. Okay. Alright. Set ourselves there. How much time we got? 44 seconds. Got 55.4 to burn off. Let's get ourselves down just a tad. That's good enough for me. Nope, that's not good enough for me. Not good enough. That's good enough for me. Alright, so let's burn off half. Okay. And let's just burn off the last dregs of it. We don't need to even be perfect, so good enough for me there. Alright. Speed it up. In all reality, if I was actually running a space program, I wouldn't be burning this ship up in the I am actually running a space program in this game, but in reality, I would be leaving this in orbit and basically using this as well, not actually, I could have technically created this into an orbital field depot of its own and use this as a moon base. God, that is tempting. But not tempting enough because we have a mission and this is the mission directorate and it says burn up in the atmosphere. So we're going to do that. Speed up. Watch our, on the other side you're going to watch things plummet. Plummety plummet. 91, 80, 80, 80. Alright, before we get into the atmosphere, I want to get myself turned around. Reason being is when I hit the atmosphere, I literally want to burn my engines, and God, that'd be awesome to land this thing, but these nuke engines will not work for that purpose in the atmosphere. I have actually done that before and made my own grasshopper. I'm a SpaceX fanboy. What can I say? And oh, speaking of that, Antares should have launched. Holy crap! I didn't even bother watching that, and that was a few hours ago. Dang it! Oh well. It's not the end of the world. I'm still a SpaceX fanboy. And that's that. Alright, let's get myself pointed that way. And when we come into the atmosphere at some point in time, actually, once I'm really over the ocean, I could technically do it. So let's speed up just a tad bit. Come on, just get me over the water. Get me over the water. Am I speeding up? No, I'm slowing down. Good. Alright. Almost there. Once we get over the coast, we can burn. We'll be good. Oh, we got a ton to burn off anyway, so. Whoa, buddy. Woo! Well, we hit the atmosphere. And we're tumbling. We're tumbling. That's just fine, because we're tumbling. We should be. I hope we don't skip off the atmosphere. I don't think you can do an atmospheric skip in this game. Not that I've ever tried. Oh, there goes that. No more electricity. Holy crap, am I gonna I completely failed. I'm not gonna hit the land. I'm gonna go over the ocean. And I'm gonna land on an island. You know, that's cool. You wanna know why? Because we're gonna speed things up. Totally recoverable in the shallows off this island. Nuclear. Oh, We hit hard. It's all good. So mission accomplished. So let's see. Let's go over overview in my head, which will probably absolutely fail, of what our missions were. All right. So we launched satellite in a geosync orbit. We launched Kerbal into orbit and returned him somewhat safely. Um, we placed the station at LKO. That's 3. 4 was send a replacement Kerbal to the station. And mission 5. Refuel tanker to station burn up in atmosphere. I had to burn up in atmosphere, okay, dang it. Alright, so that's the end of this episode. I was going to work on another ship, but I think we're going to leave that for another episode because I'm going to talk a lot of blah 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 about moon stuff. That's right, moon stuff. So anyways, hope you guys all enjoyed. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff, you know, it doesn't hurt. I'll see you guys all in the next Let's Play of Kerbal Space Program. Peace.